All right. You're live, it says. Or at least if someone could read, that's what it would say. How's it going, everybody? Those of y'all just filing in here, or maybe later on watching the replay, y'all already know. My name is Austin, and this is Fintastic Freaks. And as you can see from the title, talking a little bit about some favorite tank sizes. And of course, not just mine here as well. Y'all got a favorite tank size you want to share here in terms of like tanks in terms of like gallons, of course, like, so example, like a 40-gallon breeder or a 55, maybe you're into 10s, or maybe you like the big ones, like 125 or a 180-gallon, and stuff like that, basically, for a little reference of what we're talking about here in terms of tank sizes here. I believe some places, I believe Europe maybe goes with liters. I apologize, I'm not very good at the conversion process there, but I'll try my best. See, we already got some folks in here. 6 likes here as we're just getting started here in the first minute. 5 people already here with us. And within those 5 people, I see Paul McCarthy here, Chris Robertson, which I love the joke there earlier, saying I would snail it, but there are too many puppers. Very clever, Chris. Very clever. Alice B here also with us, along with Paul and Chris. My Fish Tanks Aquatics, how's it going? Folks filing in here. Like I said earlier, though, if y'all have a favorite tank size here as well, feel free to throw it here in the chat. Would love to know what y'all are into as well here. I presume, though, that really when it comes to favorite tank sizes, it probably comes down to, like, what's your favorite fish, and that kind of would help depict what your favorite tank size would be. I kind of got, like, a list of what all mine would be. I mean, obviously, I don't mind the big tanks. I mean, the 240 here behind me is pretty awesome. Without bragging too much, just because I feel like the bigger tanks, I mean, obviously, they provide more of a, what's the word I'm looking for here? More possibilities of what you can all do with them and such. And as Chris here says, hey, any tank is a good tank as long as it fits the fish. Absolutely. Another one, but in terms of like a specific one, I would really say that 75s are still one of my favorites out there. I mean, in terms of, like, obviously myself being a puffer fish guy, I mean, I really like fitting. I mean, you could probably put a dragon in a 75. You could put an arrowhead in a 75, some spotted congos in a 75. I mean, or even if you're not into those, I mean, it'd be a good cichlid tank. It could be angelfish. I mean, if you really wanted to, just load that bad boy with guppies or something. I mean, 75 is a really cool size. Alice B, though, see her in the chat here. Favorite so far has to be the 55-gallon, but I recently got to 100 gallons, so it may change soon. Yeah, I mean, 55s are a good one here, too. I guess if you had me pick between that versus a 75, I'd probably go with the 75 more so. However, 55s are nothing to turn away at. I have some Exodons and a 55 I have down here currently. It'd be another one that I also in the past have kept angelfish in. Being a puffer person, you could put Amazon puffers in there as well. And yeah, it could be 55s are another really nice tank out there. Let's see. Paul McCarthy, the bigger the tank, the better. I agree wholeheartedly. But I do like a 125. Yeah, that'd be 125 would probably be a top 3 for me for sure. A 125, I mean, again, cichlids, I mean, 125's 6 feet long, that 18-inch front to back there. I mean, it's a tank that gives you a lot of possibilities there. It's I know a lot of people do Oscars in there. I know a lot of people like to do like the bigger cichlids and such. I personally have a 125 where I have like various goldfish in there. I got some comets, some fantails, got a few dojo loaches in there, a couple bristlenose plecos in there, and absolutely love that tank. It's simple, and while the goldfish will annihilate any plant I dare try to put in there. Easily one of my favorite tanks just because of the size, and it gives you so many possibilities. See, pretty sure I saw a new face come in here. Hillbilly Aquatic, welcome. Good to see you. Chris Robertson, I'm kind of with you there too, and it's kind of a reason why, and I see that you also mentioned that one. 40 breeders are another great one as, I mean, it's not the super long ones, but I mean, the 3 feet long, and then it still gives you that 18-inch front to back. Yeah, 40 breeders are another awesome tank to have if you can get your hands on. One of my local fish stores here actually has a 40 breeder for $30 here yet, and I know some people might just hinder at the thought about it. I've actually been thinking about just buying it just to make it a sump filter, because I have a tank down here that I'm trying to set up for my green spotted puffers here soon. But 40 breeder would be more than enough gallon-wise to do the job that I would need it to do. But more on that though later. Atkins Nature Aquariums, welcome. Good to see you here. And Paul, yeah, it's a really ideal size. I mean, honestly, if I could fit more 40 breeders down here in my fish room, I would with zero hesitation. I mean, 40 breeders, I mean, it's where obviously I have my little baby Maboo puffer at right now, who's about 3 inches. And man, oh man, can't believe how quick that little guy is growing. Going to be no time at all, and he's going to move into that 185-gallon bow front tank that we have here. So I'm getting some pieces put together here. I actually got here at the last minute to start this stream up here, just so I could get this going here, but just made it here with about 8 minutes to spare. But yeah, getting some pieces already to start setting up that 185 bow front, because it's not going to take a whole lot more time. I'm thinking maybe usually when those Maboos, or even the Fahaka really, are young, I mean, they can grow almost an inch to every month and a half. So get about anywhere between 3 to 5 months, and come summertime, our little Maboo might be big enough to where it might be time to move him into the bigger tank. Let's see here. Thought I saw someone else coming in here. Yep, there we go. Darlene's Tank's coming in here. Hey, y'all, lurking while cooking. Meatloaf. Ooh, man, that sounds delicious. Black-eyed peas, mashed potatoes, and cornbread. Ooh, especially the cornbread. I love me some cornbread. Maybe that's just because I live here in Iowa, but I love cornbread, and I mean, meatloaf, mashed potatoes. Darlene, sounds like you got some good cooking going on there. Liquid Zoo Only Fins. Good to see you, man. I wish I was a Maboo. I mean, shoot, they grow fast. They're probably the king of all freshwater puffers. Dang, they get huge, though. Speaking of puffers here, I know some people lately have been asking me about teeth trimming with puffers and all that. And I don't want to put a timetable on it. However, I do have my figure eights. I have noticed their chompers are getting a little long here to where they're starting to look a little funky. So probably in the next day or so, I'm probably going to, for the first time ever, trim some puffer teeth down here. But I don't know if I'm going to make a video from the first time I do it, because obviously the first time trimming pufferfish teeth, I kind of just want to mainly focus on just getting that, down and taking care of that, and make sure that it's as stressless as possible for the puffers, because I'm sure they're not going to like what I do. But yeah, if you saw their teeth, it's got to be done. Other folks coming in here. There are folks saying hello. Breakfast time for Alice B. Where you at, Alice? I guess living-wise is without going too specifics here. Nah, yeah. Address and social security? Nah. Here, in terms of other awesome tank sizes here, I mean, we've talked already about the 55, 75s, 40 breeders, 125s here. I guess not. I haven't gone too much into 125s otherwise, but I mean, another thing that I see Oscars get put in those a lot. I know some people also think that they can put Fahakas in a 125, which honestly isn't terrible. I would prefer, I myself personally would prefer to put a Fahaka in a tank that not only has the 6-foot long dimension, but also the 24-inch dimension front to back, hence why Finley's in a 150 rather than the 125, because, yeah, it only has 4 feet side to side, but it still has that 2 feet for her front to back here, although I have thought about it. Atkins Nature Aquariums, 33 longs are perfect tanks. I've heard a lot of great things about those. I've never had a 33 long myself. It's one of the very few smaller tank sizes that I've never owned. Had a couple opportunities too, but usually the people that have them, to what I see from other times, it's just kind of, new tanks in general can have a hefty price tag, but I think the cheapest one so far I've saw is like $150, and that was just for the tank, not even a stand or anything. But I agree. It's almost like an XL 20 long. It's a short, low tank, but just really long, and I could see for like something like maybe a smaller Episto or like a Tetra Community or something, or Guppies or something. Yeah, 33 long could be beautiful. I agree, Atkins. Yeah, people want too much for 33s. Yeah, like I say, I think the cheapest I have seen in a store for a 33 long, that is like $150 for just a tank. No lids, no stand, nothing, nil, just a tank. And I have a nice little shelf up here that I made and leveled out above the 240, hence why the 220 longs are up there. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, $150. I'm like, I could go to a store and buy a used one, and probably like I bought 75s used for that price even. See, Rainbow Fish, yeah, that'd be another one, Atkins. Actually, in a 33 long, yeah, Rainbows would be another great one. What's the one that like doesn't get very big at all? Dwarf Neons are one that I've also kind of looked at. I've thought about maybe having them join the Rainbow Community tank back here, but I guess I haven't done a ton of homework on them. I like to do, even if it's a simple fish like a Tetra and all that, I like to do a little homework before I get them. But yeah. Oh, Alice, answering my question earlier. In Australia, and it's 9 a.m. Okay. And later on, she also asked, what's the least favorite tank size? That's a great question, actually, Alice. I guess if I absolutely had to pick one, I'd probably say a 20-gallon high is the one that I don't really care for. They almost have a similar footprint to a 10. I know they're a little bit different, like a little more space to the front to back and a little more wider, I want to say. Yeah, a little more wider. But overall, it's just, I don't know. It's a little bit bigger than a 10-gallon, but it's just not a whole ton better, really. Don't get me wrong, the 20 highs aren't terrible, but if you're asking me to get a 20-gallon tank here, I'd rather go with the 20-gallon longs every single time. Every single time. That's my personal preference anyway. Here, Victor Albert also joining us. Welcome, Victor. Good to see you here. Metalheads Aquatic Mayhem. Oh, yeah. Good to see you here, Metalheads. Misfit Reptiles and Aquatics also just joining us as well. Welcome, Misfit. Good to see you. All sorts of awesome folks here. Heard 20 people watching, 13 thumbs up. All y'all are awesome here. Thanks for joining us here on this Martin Luther King Jr. Day here. I almost forgot to mention that here. Fortunately, because of that, how many of y'all by chance get the 3-day week, get a day off here because of that now, huh? Little 3-day weekend. This is the first year, actually, my job now will be observing it. They haven't in years past, but this year they decided, you know what? We're going to start observing Martin Luther King Day. And giving us another day off from work. Hey, I won't complain. See here. My Fish Tanks Aquatics. I think I saw you earlier, but in case I didn't, good to see you here. All sorts of awesome folks here. Let's see here. Yeah, Chris saying 20 high is a good breeder for angels, I hear, but my beta sorority worked well in one too. Yeah, you can don't get me wrong, 20 highs aren't a terrible tank, but yeah, I used to, in my one and only 20 high here, had a beta community tank in there. I had some Emperor Tetras with, I had another Tetra, but I can't remember what it was. I want to say it was a glass bloodfin. I could be wrong there. But I had a group of 4 of each Tetra, and then White Crowdtail beta, which now I've moved into a 10-gallon sense. But yeah, it's they're a good tank for some smaller fish and all that, don't get me wrong. And right now it's serving as a good little grow out tank for my little Powabai puffer. Once we move Mac, our Maboo puffer, into a bigger tank, our little Powabai puffer, which if you haven't seen that video yet here, I'll post a link in here later. But got a new video on that, as well as a video that did a little update on our Mekong River puffer, as well as Mac, the Maboo puffer here that we recently got a name for. My wife came up with that name here, and since I usually leave it up to most of my subscribers, you guys here to name the people, I figured, I guess better keep the wife happy and take her name suggestions every once in a while. Happy wife, happy life. Joseph Stanley, see here, lurking from bed because of being sick. Ooh, sorry to hear that, Joseph. Hopefully don't have the you-know-what, but I see I'm also down here. 20 longs are great, but I do have 520 highs as a top shelf of my 10 drag. Yeah, I mean, I say there's definitely things you can do with the 20 high, but I don't know. I feel like it's too similar of a footprint to a 10-gallon. So I mean, don't get me wrong, they're better. But I mean, I like 10-gallon. I don't have too many 10 gallons here down here, actually. I guess the more I think about it. Hey. Ray Aquatics joining us as well. Welcome, Ray. Good to see you. Liquid Zoo. I only read the first part for a minute, and at first I'm about to have my jaw drop, but I have about 50 angels and a 2.5. Granted, they were just born yesterday. A well play on the pause there. A very good play there. Victor Albert just added backgrounds to all my tanks today, and this week picked up some premium Fireman 4 Dream Flower Horn pair. It's been a long time since I've had any flower horns down here. It's actually a fish that I've been considering down here. It's just a matter of running out of room to put new tanks down here. But, well, I guess I had a flower horn not too long ago, and I kept meaning to give it a bigger tank time and time again. Just never happened. She was starting to outgrow her tank, and I just decided, because I really had no plan for the long run, gave her to a guy that loves flower horns about as much as I do puffers. And man, oh man, I should probably go back to that store sometime and see if I can get a little update on that flower horn, because Starlight was its name, and yeah, it was an awesome little fish, very personable too there as well. And gosh, her colors were beautiful. Just, I wish I could have got a better plan put in place for her sooner, but just never came to fruition. Outdoors with Big Matt here is with us. Welcome, Matt. Good to see you. High-tech planet tanks are in a 20 high, good for all tall plants. Yeah, I need to get like a more full spectrum light on this 240 here. The light I have on it right now is still a very powerful light, but it's more designed to grow corals and all that, which, I mean, as you can see behind me, it's still doing pretty good, but still adds a little limitations of what plants I can put in here and such. But not a bad light. I'll put something on there. Ryan Bender with a very good question. What are my watch hours right now? You know, Ryan, I was actually just checking those out this morning to see where we're at. I can't remember the precise number. I want to say, though, I think it's about 260 watch hours away right now. I mean, it's getting really, really close. I think we, this past week, gained a little over 200 watch hours. So, I mean, hey, it's getting closer and closer. But I want to say, yeah, it was about 260, 240-ish, somewhere in that range. I'd have to double check it again here. You know what? Actually, I got another tab here open. Let's check it out here real quick. Actually, what do you know? I got YouTube Studio open right here as we speak here. Oh, well, I did until I pressed the wrong button. Well, shoot. Let's see here. Our watch hours are 3,740. So if I have correct math, yeah, 260. I was right the first time. There we go. There you go. There's your answer, Ryan. We're officially 260 watch hours away from the 4K watch hours. Very, very close. Mary Paige Flynn joining as well. Good to see you, Mary. Lurking about here. Hey, absolutely. Nothing wrong with that. Victor's going to try a breeding pair of flower horns. Send you one when that happens. Hey, that'd be awesome. Hey, who knows? I might have a 40 breeder or something by then opening up here. Or, oh, I also have a fish store, like I said earlier, that has a 40 breeder like on sale for $30. I'm thinking I might go grab that. And if I don't turn it into a sump, well then, hey, there we go. Flower horn tank. I guess that depends on what kind of flower horns they are. Maybe a 40 breeder ain't big enough. But Mary Paige going to hit up some of the watch hours. Appreciate that, Mary. I do have some playlists also to some of you wondering on my channel here. I got a playlist for like some of the public aquariums and fish stores that I visited. I got a puffers playlist because I know a good number of y'all follow me for the puffers. I'm trying to make a playlist that just with me showing off all the tanks over time here. Probably need to do another one of those, like a overall fish room tour in a relatively near future here. But got a couple of ideas here that I'm working on here first. But yeah, got a couple of different playlists here. And of course, if you ever miss a live stream, I always post those on my channel as well. So if you ever miss a live stream, feel free to always check through those. Or maybe you just want something playing in the background to give you a little background noise here and such. Each one of them's usually about an hour is usually what we shoot for. Or sometimes over if nothing else is going on. But Alice B, what happens when you get to 4K? In terms of watch hours, it's one of the qualifications that you need, Alice, to get monetization on YouTube. Since I'm already over 1,000, I've already done the two-step verification part. Currently, I have no copyright strikes. Hopefully, that never changes. But it's one of the 4 qualifications you need, Alice, to be eligible for monetization on YouTube. So when we're talking about 4K, that's what we're talking about. Like public 4,000 watch hours is the minimum to qualify for monetization. If you have more, splendid. But got to have at least that. Victor's got to get the wife into tanks, and that's what Atkins did. She has her own fish room, and she's got hers. Oh, man. 2 fish rooms? 1 house? Oh, man, that sounds paradise. Sounds like a life of paradise. I guess really my wife and I kind of just share the one fish room. I mean, my wife has bought actually quite a good number of the fish down here. Well, I bought a good number myself here. Like a lot of the rainbows here, she loves the rainbows. Like my wife absolutely loves like the turquoise, the goiter rivers, the millenniums, those monis. She really loves the turquoises, I think, the most of overall there. Just, I don't blame her. That blue is really pretty. But I also like the Denisoni barbs and such. And I mean, yes, yeah. The fact that so many fish can get along with rainbows, it's a kind of turning into one of my favorites here as well. Rainbows are an awesome fish. I'm with you, Paul. That sounds awesome. 2 fish rooms, 1 house. Man, sign me up. See here, I haven't talked about another tank size in a while. Here's a question for all of y'all in the chat here. What do you guys think about how bow fronts? Love them or loathe them? Love or loathe the bow front tanks? Obviously, currently, I have that 36-gallon bow front. I got a 46 bow front, that 185-gallon bow front. I don't know if I've shown it here on the channel before, but I got a 90-gallon bow front that the green spotted puffers are going to get moved into here really soon, hopefully within the next month or two, or at least that's my goal on the timetable. But I know a lot of people kind of have the mixed feelings about bow fronts, but I don't know. I think it's kind of I guess I don't love them. Definitely don't hate them, though, either. But I can understand some people's concerns with them, though. Speaking of bow fronts here, her Victor says, I have a 36 bow front housing 2 axolotls. Alrighty. Let's see. Atkins, bow front, just set it up backwards so you don't see the bow in the front. So it's a bow back then. Alice B has never had a bow front. They look interesting, but not sure what the huge appeal is. It looks hard to clean. I mean, it's definitely a little bit. I guess I've never had any trouble cleaning them myself here. If it was like an inverted one, like if the bow went in to the tank rather than out, like most of them, like all of them that I have here actually, then yeah, that can get old fast, I'm sure. But yeah, it's I don't know. I personally don't think they're too hard to clean, but I guess that also depends on the size. I mean, the bigger the tank, the more there is to clean. But Joseph Staley, bow front, take them or leave them. Atkins Aquariums, 1 bow front, 26 for multis. Okay. Metalheads, a 54-gallon bow front, tucks into the corners nicely. Oh, so you got like a 54 bow corner? That's actually what I got my figure 8 puffers in right now. Oh, that's another cool looking tank here. Paul McCarthy doesn't mind the bow fronts. Yeah, I'm kind of with you. I mean, like I say, they're not like my coveted tank by any means, but they're pretty awesome. They're a pretty cool one. Gives you a little different look, different perspective. Backwards bow sounds like an awesome aqua stand. I mean, yeah, it could. I will say that my only worry is like if it was a I think it's actually called an inverted bow, but a backwards bow, whatever it's called, I guess. My only worry is like the little corners. Then I'd be worried that it'd be hard to like, get something in there to clean those edges, those tighter edges to, if like algae or whatever gets in there. Because then I'm like, well, then how do you clean that? But got my camera a little off center here. There we go. Metalheads, they're a little tricky to scrub the bow side if you get algae. But yeah, I agree. Not too huge of a deal. But see, what's another great tank I have? 38s are another decent tank out there. I got my trio of Amazons are in that tank right now. Although I think I said before here on the channel, I want to move my Amazon someday probably to a 55 just to give them a little extra swim space. With Amazons being more of that active puffer, I think it'd be really fun to get them in a better, bigger tank so they can move around. Select pet, no bow front for me unless it's free, then I'm trading it off. I mean, hey, that's not a bad idea there. I mean, hey, even if you don't like the tank, someone will like it. Get it and make a little extra money. Don't think I've even saw you here earlier, though, Select Pet. Welcome to the stream. Another one I don't think I've seen earlier, DLC Aquatics, saying hello. Welcome, DLC. Welcome to the party. Joseph Staley, how about cylinder and octagon tanks? Oh, yeah, column tanks. I think they're really cool. I mean, I think the thing with those ones, obviously, you got to be a little more careful, I guess, to what you stock them with. Hence why I made a video about them. But, I mean, they're cool little tanks. I mean, they don't take up a whole lot of room here. And they can really make some cool aquascapes. Like my favorite aquascape to do in like a more vertical tank, like a hexagon or a cylinder, as you say. Get like a piece of like spider wood or some sort of driftwood or branch looking thing, stick her right in the middle of that tank and like put some mosses on those little branch parts of the wood and such, and maybe put some like what's the word, or the plant rather. I mean, you could put some Anubias plants around it. You could put some crypts, I think is what I was looking for, or maybe even some swords, some valves around the wood there. And I think it is one of the coolest looking aquascapes you could make. Really, really cool. Atkins Nature Aquariums, acrylic or glass. To be honest, Atkins, I've never had an acrylic aquarium, so I feel like I'm not fair to judge either or, but I guess glass. I've always had them and never had a problem. I hear acrylic though maybe I'm off, but one person told me that acrylic can scratch really easily, but I guess I don't know the truth to that. But I guess if I ever got a custom-made aquarium, maybe acrylic would be the way I go. I believe it can be a little cheaper depending on how big you go. But yeah, that's another thing I've also heard, Deal, is that, acrylic can be a lot lighter, which, believe me, when it took about 4 people to move this 240-gallon tank down here to the basement, and trust me, moving a nearly, I think this was, I might be off a little bit, about a 350-pound tank down the stairs. It's not a whole lot of fun. It's very stressful, especially when it's got these little bulkheads on the side here, or maybe you could see a couple of them over there as well. Especially when you gotta really watch out for those, because you're always nervous about, like, if it hits just right about cracking anything, and obviously we don't want that. Joseph Stanley, the only acrylics Joseph Stanley has is sumps. Well, I mean, hey, that's better than me, Joseph. I have nothing acrylic down here right now. I guess I will say that my 185 Bowfront tank does not have a glass bottom. It has I think it's a slate bottom. But that's really the only non-glass thing I have down here. Well, I guess actually my catfish pond down here by my feet is metal. It's like a little horse trough deal. So I guess I can't say that all of them are glass. This is why I shouldn't move my camera a whole lot, because then I mess up all my framing. Hey, Paul, I mean, absolutely. If you can find a 240 somewhere, I mean, I guess a lot of places where I find like my bigger tanks, I look on like Facebook Marketplace and all that. I know it's kind of gotten that Facebook keeps changing up stuff there, and now it can be a little frustrating shopping on there, or at least so I think sometimes. But honestly, the 240 here, I mean, I've told the story a couple times, but long story, much, much shorter. Used to be a live rock tank, one of the 4 fish stores here in Omaha. Ended up getting a 300-gallon tank from somebody. They had to reseal it and such, but once they resealed it, they turned that into their new live rock tank. Personally, I was kind of looking at them like, why the heck aren't you turning that into like a show tank, guys? But they chose to make it into a live rock tank here, and didn't need this one anymore. So they give me a ring on the phone saying, hey, you want a 240-gallon tank? Is that a trick question? Yeah. And then, yeah, here we are. Let's see here. Levi's Aquatics. Welcome, Levi. Good to see you. Atkins, catfish pond. What kind of catfish? Hiding somewhere in there is a Lima Shovelnose catfish. I actually found him at a fish swap this past, I think it's been about 8 months ago now. I had him in with the tiger knife for a while because they're both a tropical water temperature. For a while it went well, but then the last month that I had, well, I guess I shouldn't even say last month. It was more like 2 weeks, actually. I noticed that the catfish was kind of beat up, so learned, all right, well, that's not working anymore. But it's a Shovelnose Lima cat. I'm not sure where he is down there. Probably hiding in one of the many, many places, because whenever I have the light on, he doesn't like to come out a whole lot. I think he's a nocturnal fish, because, yeah, he definitely don't like the light. It's been a while since I've looked up on him, but I'd have to double check. I think he's a nocturnal one. But Paul, you sound like me. I'm always looking for a new tank. DLC. Yeah, the fish swap was local. It was right here in Omaha. I think they usually hold it in the firefighters hall. Can't really think of like the general vicinity because usually they only have the fish swap here in Omaha twice every year. Wish they do it more often, but there's a fish swap that keeps going on at the east side of the state in I think it's Davenport, Iowa, which granted for me is about a 4.5 hour drive, but one of these times I need to make it over there, and when I do, I'll probably make a video about it because it is a huge, huge fish swap, and I would love to share it off once I finally get a time where it works out for me to get there. Hey, Garcia Aquatics. Good to see you, Garcia. Welcome aboard here. Let's see here. I thought I saw someone asking a question earlier that I missed. Then again, maybe I'm going crazy. Oh, yeah, Joseph was asking what kind of cats I got in there. Yeah, just the one Shovelnose Lima catfish, in terms of the pond anyway. I do have some Petricola cats, though, as well, that live happily with some tiger barbs. But, yeah, those are the only cats I have right now. Well, actually, no, that's not true. My 240, I have a striped Raphael catfish. Almost forgot about old Ralphie there. Austin Plord. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, there's one of my co-workers right there. I like peanut butter too. Not very good for fish, though. Yes, I saw that earlier too, Austin. That, yeah, Glance going to ISU. Very exciting there. Another one of his teammates at Iowa Western is actually joining him as well to Iowa State. And they actually both committed on the same day. It's actually kind of crazy when you think about it. Levi's Aquatic is setting up a 29-gallon for a baby turtle. But it doesn't feel very good by the sound of it. Sorry to hear that, Levi. Hopefully you feel better, and hopefully you don't have the you-know-what virus. But exciting that you're making a tank here for a turtle. I personally haven't kept any reptiles here. I have pondered the thought, though, about maybe some frogs at some point. I don't know about the I don't know how soon, and honestly I haven't thought too deeply in it, so it's probably nowhere in the near future. But I don't know, we'll see. Let's see. Levi asking, did I rescape the tank? No, it's I did get some new plants though here recently. There's a new sword plant in here. Oh, what's that sword plant? I did, put a new sword plant in the 240, but other than that, no, not really. Hey, it's for the most part pretty much the same, although I did get some new plants here that are already acclimating here too. I kind of got the plants acclimating to put myself on a timer for today. Atkins, do I keep any Cory cats? I do have a couple of Corydoras here. Not a whole lot, to be fully truthful. Actually, I might just have one right now. I got a pepper Cory up in my Apistogramma tank up there. That one right here. My finger's too high. This one right here with my pair of Apistos and copper molly in there. Chris asking, have I ever tried, I might butcher this word, but kabama with the goldfish? Got to be honest with you, Chris, I haven't heard of that here. I might have to look that up, though, here soon. So I guess long story short, no. But I'll have to look into that. I don't, maybe it's just a different name for something and I haven't heard of it. But I'll have to look that up, though. But maybe here in the near future, if it... well, then again, I also did just buy 4 new comets that are all like 6 inches or bigger. Actually, they might even be bigger than that. I guess I never measured them when I first got them, but they're. But yeah, I just got a whole bunch of comets, so I don't know. I feel like my 125 is getting higher on the stocking. So if I put anything else in there, I probably need to bump up the filtration then. But M&C Aquatics, welcome. Good to see you. Atkins saying, nice. Your Corey wants more friends. Yes, I have heard that. I know that Corey's like to be in groups, and I should probably get on about that. See, problem is, well, I guess if I did that, I'd probably end up moving him out of that 20 long and into a different tank so that I could give him the proper space to have some friends here. But you are right, Atkins. Technically, Corey's do like to be in groups here, and I haven't been very good at that. But I guess, I could probably put at least 2 more in there with them. Although I think correct me if I'm wrong, Atkins, they usually like, I think usually Corey's prefer to be in at least groups of 5, 6? I guess 3 is better than 1, but. Oh, shoot. So seeing Chris here again. Kabama is a plant that has a fairly tough center stem. All right. Well, shoot. I thought you were talking about like a fish there, Chris. Well, shows just how much I know about it. But, well, yeah, if Aquarium Co-op made a good video about that, well, yeah, I watch it. I can't believe that I haven't heard about it, because Aquarium Co-op is one of the channels that I watch regularly, hence the hat. But, I mean, yeah, I'll have to look that up here. I'll have to, you know what, I'm going to copy the screen, and there we go. I'll have to come back and check out that plant there, because, yeah, that would be an awesome one. Because so far, every other plant I've put it in there, the goldfish have munched it down like I would a Caesar salad, or a chicken Caesar salad for that. Austin Plord, what's the ugly duckling among my fish? A fish with a face, only a... Oh, shoot. It's been a long time, Austin, but I used to have a freshwater stonefish once upon a time. And as awesome as that little dude was, yeah, he wasn't a looker. It was kind of hard to find him, too, to be fully truthful. He was one of them, like my ambush puffers, that liked to bury himself in the sand. And yeah, I almost never really saw him a whole lot. I'd have to look all through the aquarium, and then after about a moment or two of seeking, I'd finally find him. But whenever he was out, yeah, he didn't have the most charming face, I guess. But among the ones I have right now, not fully sure, to be honest. I guess sitting here thinking about them all. I guess my tiger knife kind of has a weird looking face. Actually, you know what? I'd probably have to say the Shovelnose Lima, because he's kind of got one of those flat heads. But I don't know. That when I think of that, the stonefish probably is the one that comes to my mind first. Atkins saying a school of 3 to 6 is okay, but in a 20 long, you could do at least 8 to 10 of them. Wow. Okay. I guess Atkins, just for perhaps a little, what's the word? Oh, like for maybe a little bit of a feel of what already is in there. I mean, a pair of mated apistos, and then I have a copper molly. So I guess, there's not a whole lot of life in there really right now. But, well, in terms of fish, I guess, I have some Java moss that's just flourishing in there right now. A couple other plants in there. Honestly, some of them I don't remember what they are, but... Oh, Levi, almost getting a Fahaka for $130. That's right. I think you're across. See, Levi. I might forget. I forget. I gotta try to remember where everybody's at here, because I know that you've told me before here, but not sure. But see here, reading Atkins there. Panda Cories are another one. Actually, you know what? The more I think about it, I take it back. I actually don't. I think my Cory up there isn't a pepper Cory. I want to say it's actually a Panda Cory. I think that That actually is, yeah. I'm pretty sure the more I think about it, I want to say that's a panda Cory now more so. Mostly silver body, black stripe there. Yeah. Peppered Cory has like spots. What am I thinking earlier? Let's see here. Christine Hansen. Hey, no problem being late here. It's fashionably late. But good to see you here. Oh, Levi, you're in Missouri. Okay. I actually used to live in Missouri for a little bit. I used to live in Maryville, Missouri, actually, for a couple of years. Home of the Northwest Missouri State Bearcats. Went there for a few semesters. But, yeah, okay. Well, yeah, shoot, though. 130 bucks is what you said for a Fahaka. Must be a really big Fahaka. I mean, I guess when I bought Finley, he or she was only about 1.5 inches, 2 inches at most. Probably not even 2 inches. Probably more around the 1.5 inches. I mean, she was tiny. And I think we paid 40 bucks for her. I mean, nothing near 130. Chris Robertson, the Fish Fix has some in stock. Might have to look at that here because Fish Fix is an awesome store. And to those of you that don't know about the Fish Fix here, it's a store here in South Central Iowa. They have an awesome little, well, I shouldn't even say little store. It's a big store, really. And they actually have a new website. I'll go ahead and post a link in here right now. Oops, I can't spell fix. That's concerning. Fix is a 3-letter word, and I can't spell it. We're in trouble, guys. There we go. And to those of you that don't know about the Fish Fix, I mean, because I'm pretty sure not everybody here lives in Iowa or anywhere close. In fact, I know that we have, since Alice was saying that she was in Australia, we have some people that are even outside the United States. However, the Fish Fix does ship some fish out here as well as plants, among other things. And they just made a new website here. So if they have a couple of bugs, bear with them. Their website, I think, is maybe a month and a half old. They're still putting, I think, the final tidbits and pieces together on there. But if you want to check them out there, I posted the website there for the Fish Fix website. Check them out. They got an awesome selection of freshwater fish. Don't have a whole lot of saltwater, though. I think they got a couple of brackish, but they're pretty much vast majority is freshwater. Cedar Rapids. Okay, MNC. I visited there a couple times there. Actually, wait a minute. I got to think about this because I always mix up Cedar Falls and Cedar Rapids. The fact that they're also only about like an hour or so apart from each other doesn't help either. Like you could just say like, okay, like with some of them, like, okay, this one's on the east side of the state. The other one's more western. It's like, nah, they're both kind of on the eastern side. Both on the northeastern side, if I remember correctly, too. But, north western side. But yeah, that's right. Oh, DLC from Woodbine, and never heard of that place yet. Never heard of the Fish Fix yet, eh? Well, I mean, tell you what, I actually have a video about this too. So, I mean, hey, after the live stream, DLC, if you want to get a little taste of like what they all have, feel free to check through. It's not too late of a video there, but it's also where I got my little Maboo puffer. I mean, they have an awesome freshwater selection there. The Fish Fix is a little bit between Creston, Iowa and Winterset, Iowa, about 15, 20 minutes away from both of them. So, about South Central Iowa there. So if you're ever thinking about doing a little bit of a trip, highly worth it. Fish Fix is an awesome store. If you haven't visited, definitely should check it out. MNC, though, moved back to Kansas. Cedar Rapids, Anamosa, Iowa City. Then moved back to Kansas. All right. Florida asking, who's winning Monday Night Football? Oh, let me think about it. Cardinals and Rams, that's right. Shoot, honestly, Something about the Cardinals. They've played really well on the road, but can't count out the Rams, although Stafford really hasn't been throwing the ball that well lately. I think he has like 9 turnovers in the last 4 games, but I don't know. Arizona Cardinals are a little more beat up, so I'm going to say the LA Rams win. I'm going to say the LA Rams win by a touchdown. Snitchy Booch is joining the stream here. Welcome. Don't know if I've seen you in live stream before here, or maybe I've just missed you a couple times. See here, want to make sure I haven't missed anybody here. Looks like nope. Sounds like I've been keeping up here for the most part. Well, that's nice to see. See, goodness gracious, we've already gone over 50 minutes. Time flies when we're having fun here. I didn't even open up my drink yet. Ladies and gentlemen, the doctor is in. Let's see here. You met AJ Hawk, Plord? That's cool. Former Ohio State Buckeye and Packer. I think for a while he was like one of the all-time leading tacklers for Packers. That's cool. Yeah, I was thinking when you said that a Fahaka was $130 there, Levi, I'm like, wow, either that better be a really big Fahaka, like 6 inches plus, or, yeah, otherwise, wow. Although I guess sometimes people, there is another puffer out there that can, when they're young, look a lot like a Fahaka, but can be very, very rare. But called a red line puffer. They're native to, they can be found sometimes in the same waters as a Fahaka, but for that puffer, $130 would be stupid cheap. But if you ever found one of those, then I'd be surprised because and all the places I've been, like the Twin Cities up in Minnesota, Kansas City, Denver, one time Chicago area, anywhere I've been here in Iowa or in the Omaha area, I've never seen a red line puffer anywhere. They're also known as a cross river puffer, but never seen them anywhere except on one website somewhere, and they want $1,000, which is about the normal. Let's see here. Nope, not today, Adele. Not no Jamocha Shake today. My wife actually brought me one over the weekend here, so gotta slow down here. I've had a number of Jamocha Shakes here lately. Atkins, how's the red eye puffers? Doing pretty good here yet. Still loving life in that 20-gallon long up there. I have thought, tell you what, if I can't remember who I was talking with about the 33 long earlier. Actually, Atkins, that might have been you earlier, the more I think about it. But I thought about maybe at some point, like maybe trying to move them into a 33-gallon. I mean, they're fine inside a 20, but with 4 of them right now, I mean, there's plenty of places where they can get away from each other if one of them gets cranky or whatever. But at the same time here, I'm still sitting here thinking like, I don't know. If I can always give my fish more space, I'm always for it. Because that always helps them live happier. But yeah, the red eyes are doing pretty good. Haven't seen any mating behavior though. But then again, knowing what they like to do before courtship, I guess I really don't have the appropriate plans to try to promote that kind of behavior here yet. I used to have some mosses in there, but it got full of algae, and I kept trying to fight back the algae, but it just would not go away. So had to wave the white flag, and I got the algae and the moss out of there and fed it to the goldfish. Honestly, there was so much algae on it, I could barely even tell it was moss anymore. Yeah, that'd be another thing to do, maybe. I can just put them in a 75 there. I mean, Lord knows that'd be plenty of space for them. For a puffer that my mind serves me correctly, only grows to be about 2.5, 3 inches, oh yeah, shoot, I could probably double the amount of red eye puffers then. Sadly, the only problem is they're not always the most common to find in a fish store, but yeah, I mean, might not be a bad idea later. If I decide to move my angelfish out of their 75 and maybe into the 125, then yeah, might have to do that later. Lord. Austin saying, put on some music to set the mood and maybe they might make babies. Shoot, if that's all it took for fish down here, I mean, I could open a hatchery. Don't find the algae, let it find it down. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Being sometimes more of a perfectionist on some of this, I sometimes try to get out of there because obviously some fish keepers, it doesn't always look the greatest. But that is a good point, though, Atkins. I probably should try to fight it less here because then, well, I guess if there's algae in there, that usually means that the water is doing all right, right? Hey, Levi, I appreciate that. Saying love the channel. Thanks for the help and advice. I appreciate that there, Levi. Yeah, I mean, hey, got a nice channel going on there yourself there, buddy. Keep doing what you're doing. You'll be right where, heck, go catch up to me in no time. Let it be known the only reason I come drinking Dr. Pepper and not a Dr. Pepper shake is because Whataburger has not made its way to Iowa yet. Although thanks to Patrick Mahomes, they are in Missouri now. Need to visit Kansas City just so I can get some Whataburger. Let's see here. Alice, do I keep any shrimp? I do have like a little feeder tank of ghost shrimp that I just kind of store them in. But honestly, and I know this might be sad to some of y'all shrimp fans out there, I really only keep ghost shrimp to feed my puffers, to be honest. I know that probably sounds terrible to some of you shrimp keepers out there. Like, oh, come on. But I have looked at some other shrimp at some other stores, and I have thought about maybe at some point, I don't know how soon, but maybe giving some shrimp a try. Once my pea puffers all live their lives and such, I'm thinking, well, I've thought if I don't get rid of that 20-gallon after the pea puffers all live their lives, I might turn it into a shrimp tank, just kind of like the aquascapes I said earlier. Big piece of wood in the middle, and then a whole bunch of mosses, Anubias plants, swords, maybe valves, whatever it be. But, well, I don't know. We'll see. Would like to get... There are some shrimp out there that look really, really cool. New local Austin. Don't think I saw you earlier. Welcome. Good to see you there. DLC Aquatics. Maybe one day Whataburger will find its way here to Iowa. Or I personally think that if Whataburger comes anywhere near my area, Whataburger's probably going to make its way to Omaha first. I guess with that being said, it could creep its way into Council Bluffs just because Omaha and Council Bluffs are literally right next to each other. So I guess it could work out. But yeah, I guess if they went anywhere, I would say probably Omaha just because, well, I guess what? We have Olympic swim trials here. Obviously, the College World Series for NCAA baseball comes here, which is always a huge, huge deal here in Omaha. There's some like sport gear businesses that literally only open for that 2.5 week span just for the College World Series. It's kind of crazy and what's crazier about that is just the amount of money they make. Wowzer. But if you're a baseball fan though, at the same time, if you ever do try to make the College World Series, my one bit of advice is there's a lot of surrounding neighborhoods that have some hotels, motels, and even campgrounds if you prefer to camp that are nearby here. Tell you what, I've been very thankful that I live only 15 minutes away from the baseball park for College World Series, because looking at the hotel prices, goodness gracious. Glad I don't have to pay that. Oh, let's see here. I see the metalheads are heading out here soon, getting ready for their stream, so won't take this too terribly much longer, but we'll wrap this up here in the next few minutes here as I pick up the metalheads link here. Adele saying smash burger is where it's at. Rosemary, olive oil, sweet potato fries. Yum. I got to be honest with you, Adele, I've never been to a smash burger. As I feel like I could get judged for that one, but nope, I have never been to a smash burger. Might have to change that though. Until recently, I hadn't been to a Five Guys burgers, and whew, those are good. Let's see here. Gonna get the link for the metalheads here, because I know they're getting ready to go here soon. All righty. I'll also go ahead, once I log off here, put the link to my latest video as well, in case some of y'all haven't seen that here. It's been out for a few days now here, but I also know it's been a hot minute before that video since I put out my last video. But as I set up here, all righty, there we go. Metalhead stream set up there. All right. Yes, Austin. Plord saying out there again, Casey's Breakfast Pizza. To those of you in Iowa here, oh yeah, Casey's Breakfast Pizza, or Casey's Pizza in general, best gas station pizza, I'd say, out there for sure. In terms of overall pizza places, though, I don't know. I kind of like me some Papa John's. That's me. But, I mean, Pizza Hut's good too, but Pizza Hut can be, holy Lord, greasy. Absolutely, DLC. Can't go wrong with Casey's Pizza. I mean, hey, sometimes if you're doing a little night out and such, and, maybe just, you're being the designated driver for some friends and all that, and they need some food to soak up some of their drinks and such, absolutely. Get some Casey's Pizza, and, oh, yeah, love it. Pilot's Pizza ain't too bad, though, either. If you ever go to, like, those Pilot gas stations, if they ever have them, I always think that their pizza ain't terrible. DLC, my wife loves Godfather's Pizza. I personally, though, I can't do it. I got so sick one time eating Godfather's Pizza, and it was about a year and a half ago, I believe, at this point. And I mean, it just made me sicker than a dog, and I can't do it again, man. It messed me up something fierce. All right, guys. Well, I know the metalheads here are going live here soon, so I'm going to go ahead and bounce so y'all can hopefully jump on over to them. I'll also pick up the link to my latest video here as well, showing off my POW Abai puffer, which also has a little update on my Baboo puffer here. But to each and every one of y'all, thank you so very, very much, of course, as always, for coming in here and watching the stream. It's always awesome to come on here, hang out with you guys, chat with y'all, interact with y'all, see what everybody's up to here. This time's been no different here. We'll be back again here. I am working on getting some merchandise made for a giveaway stream. Since we're already over 1,050 subscribers, I need to hurry up and have a stream to celebrate the momentous occasion here for going over 1,000 here, which actually by next week's stream will already be a month old. So I promise, though, we're going to have a giveaway stream to celebrate that here yet. Hoping to get that done before or around Valentine's Day. So stay in the loop for that here. I'll let you know once we finally got something figured out for that. But as always, guys, thanks for tuning in to the stream here. And for all the continued support you give, I will see each and every one of you in my next video. Stay fantastic, guys. Looking for another stream? Go check out the Metalheads. Awesome stream right there, too. See you later, guys.